Nice. Kahari's blowing his nose right before the show. Listen, we got Houston Texans, Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I'm fired up. It's a weird, trappy game, boys. I don't know about what you guys think, but how are they only minus 150 on the money line? I got no clue. NFL was absolutely crazy this weekend. The Jaguars, if I could curse on this show, I'd say plenty of curse words, but I cannot do so. Buffalo Bills, you guys are going down to the Broncos. Doesn't really matter. Congrats that you won that game. Doesn't mean anything. The Rams are winning the Super Bowl, boys. I don't care that it was a tough game against the Carolina Panthers. They're favored for a reason. They are the number one team to win the Super Bowl for a reason. It's because they're the best team in the NFL. They are going to play the Broncos, and we are going to cash a 30-1 given out 3 months ago that I keep harping on that you guys are probably annoyed of. Welcome into the live, everyone. It's your boy, Zach Smackz. I got Kahari. I got Ryan next to me, and we're going to be breaking down these games. I want to know what the boys thought about it, and welcome in, guys. I'll start with you, Kahari.
Of course, it's your boy Kahari. Thanks for having me again, Zach. And we also got our other boy back for the second time, Mr. Cleveland Guru.
Yes, sir.
Cleveland Guru.
Ohio State Buckeye himself.
What's going on, guys? Appreciate you back, having me back. Excited to be here. Great weekend of football. Can't wait to get into it.
Fired up. Kahari, what do we think about tonight? Let's not even talk about what happened. Let's talk about tonight. Who is winning this game? Like I said, it feels trappy. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't put every dollar in my name on the Houston Texans, but something feels like I shouldn't.
So it's so funny. I honestly thought we were starting with talking about the past week, but if you want to talk about tonight, I thought that's how we were going to
I switch it up on you every time.
You switched it up. You did. But honestly, I got the Houston Texans. Who has the better defense?
Sure.
I got the Houston Texans winning. I'm not saying it's a long shot in terms of the Steelers winning, but I don't see the Steelers winning at all tonight. I definitely am taking the Texans. I like C.J. Stroud. I like the winning game streak they went on towards the end of the season. And, yeah, give me the Texans tonight.
Agreed. Ryan, what do you feel?
Both.
Texans?
Texans, number one defense in the league for a reason. You saw it this weekend. I mean, I just don't know how a 42-year-old immobile quarterback does anything against that defense. I mean, you are the number one defense for a reason. That pass rush, those DBs. You're getting DK Metcalf back, but I just don't see how Pittsburgh has any chance.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part, because the entire world probably thinks the same thing, and that's where that's why the line is where it's at.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. That's what I've been saying, man. It feels trappy. I don't really see how the Steelers can score, to be honest with you, more than 14 points in this game. I think it's going to be a real struggle to be able to find offensive rhythm in this game. I mean, obviously we have DK back, like you said, right? But you can't give him the ball 10 times a game. Stingley's going to be on that ass the whole game. So that whole defense, Will Anderson, 12 sacks. Danielle Hunter, 12 sacks. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for him to get the ball out tonight. He's going to have to get the ball out in less than 3 seconds if they want to have a chance to be in this game. So, like you guys said, I think we're all on the Texans. If you guys are in here right now, Texans minus 150. It's the lowest price you can get it at all day. I know it feels trappy, but that's my play. That's the boys' plays tonight. Let's break down this week, boys. It was a great week of football. I guess we'll start out with the Rams-Panthers, because that's the first on the sheet here. I mean, what do we think about that game? That got really close. Too close for comfort, to be honest.
Listen, I thought Bryce Young played a great game. Arguably, probably the biggest game of his career. I would say that, you know what? I know you're not going to like me saying this, but the Rams showed me one thing, and the Rams showed me that they are beatable. The Rams are beatable. The fact that you allow the Panthers, who finished 8-9, to stay in that game, you allow Bryce Young at 5'11" to have a drive down the field.
Sure.
Honestly, like the Panthers really showed up. I really feel like the Rams are a little suspect after that one game. Puka Nacua, you told me not to put this on the sheet, so I didn't put it on the sheet. But without Puka Nacua, we obviously know that they're not winning that game. Guy had two TDs, right?
Yes,
Two
he
TDs,
did.
yep.
2 TDs. He played well. I don't really know what even went bad on that, but I will tell you, Rams secondary looked horrible that game. Swiss cheese. And I honestly think the Panthers only lost due to poor coaching and poor time management. They allowed Matthew Stafford to have 2 minutes left on the timesheet, and for them to have two minutes left on the game clock, I think that was their downfall. The Panthers not winning that game. Poorly managed and coaching.
Yeah, what you see in that game, Ryan?
I think if you look at the whole Rams, this is who the Rams are. I mean, people forget, Panthers beat them in the regular season in a very similar game. The Rams defense, yes, they are solid, but they give up points. I don't know if you've looked at their past games. They are giving up 30-plus points a lot this year, and they have won some of those games. So I think, people are worried about, the Rams, they didn't look great. This is just who the Rams are.
Sure.
And I think if you're going to sit here and say it's going to be a shootout, I'm putting my money on the Rams in a shootout every time.
No questions asked, brother. I'm with you all the way on that. Matthew Stafford finished the game with 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. They got the best offense in the NFL. I don't think it's really close. Kyron Williams, obviously didn't have the greatest game, 57 yards rushing. And then you got Blake Corum right behind him that rushes for 45 yards. You got 2 running backs that are capable of getting 100 yards a game. And then you got Devontae Adams back, who didn't even have a big game. 5 catches for 72 yards, all came way later in the game. And like Kahari said, you have Puka Nacua, 18 targets. 18 targets, 10 receptions. There's no one better than him right now in the NFL. There's not.
Which is so crazy that Zach says that. It's not crazy. I apologize. I'm going to backtrack. Zach is a big fan when it comes to Puka, but you know who your boy was in the beginning of the season.
Of course.
JSN.
It all switches based on recency bias, like we always talk about on the show. But I will tell you this: he's been the most consistent. Puka. For sure.
I don't think it's consistency. I think it's more of the Rams, Sean McVay, Matt Stafford force feed.
Yeah.
You look at Cooper Kupp; it was the exact same thing. Puka Nacua is now the new Cooper Kupp, where he is going to get the ball at least 10 to 12 times a game, whether it's on a reverse, a handoff, a pass. Yeah, you're going to force feed him, but for every right so, because he does not. One of the most unexpected things is he dropped a wide open touchdown last week, which Puka Nacua does not drop the ball. So keep riding the hot hand. I think Devontae Adams was more of a hamstring getting back into it.
Yep.
Like you said, best offense in the league. They're going to be scary.
To Ryan's point, I agree with him. If you look back at 2021, Cooper Kupp was Triple Crown. He was a Triple Crown guy. Literally, and then he goes to the Seahawks. You barely hear from. Obviously, you have JSN, which is young blood over there. But back to Ryan's point, Sean McVay and that offense, that they run heavy on the number 1 wide receiver over there. So
yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. Just look at guys like Colby Parkinson, dude. Guy has 8 touchdowns this year. 8 touchdowns. Colby Parkinson. I really don't know where he came from. It's his 6th season. I haven't heard much about him before this and the previous year and this year. So that's all I got to say on that. And back to Kahari's point on Bryce Young. Bryce Young had a really good game. I think he probably had one of the best games of his career. Threw for 264 yards, a touchdown. Obviously, one bad interception there, but Bryce Young looked really poised in the pocket that game.
Dude, and you hit the nail on the head. He looked very poised, very confident. Who was able to make plays, extend plays, and make great passes at the same time. I was very impressed by what I saw by Bryce Young. I will tell you the Carolina Panthers are a very smart organization. They're doing something that the Miami Dolphins should have done. They're picking up his 5th-year option, Bryce Young, and they're not paying him. They're not extending him yet. Why? Why extend him when you don't have to? And just see and let the cards fold. But I want to ask you, fellas, is the future bright in Carolina?
I think it could be bright. I don't know. That team I still feel like is a little bit away. Obviously, they spent a lot of money on their O-line this year, beefing that up. Defense looks okay. I still think they're a couple years away from being a real contender. The benefit of them is they play in a really terrible division.
100%.
You hit the nail on the head once again.
But other than that, I still think they're far away in the NFC. I think you got far better teams, especially teams that are coming into their own in the NFC, that they should be, a lot better than the Carolina Panthers. But I think in the next 5 years, Carolina Panthers could contend maybe for a playoff.
Who wins that division next year? Bucks, Carolina.
I think Atlanta, bro.
Atlanta comes back. Yeah. I'm sorry, I was gonna ask.
I think Atlanta, and I think really,
comes down to
very
coaching.
Very early take. If the Saints can draft well, spend some good money in free agency, I think they have a real chance. I think they could be like the Chicago Bears 4th to 1st. I think it could be the Saints 4th to 1st this year. I think the Saints, Tyler Shough looked really good. Chris Olave has been incredible. Obviously, they were super banged up on running back this year. Jawan Johnson. I can go on and on. That defense played pretty well. Kellen Moore looks like the right guy for that job. I think the Saints can go from first to worst next year. Very early prediction.
So it's open wide.
It's wide open for sure.
Okay.
No questions asked.
All right. You want to move on to
anything you want to touch on that, Ryan?
I just think if the Panthers keep the right pieces together, I think they do have a bright future. Obviously Rico Dowdle production went down towards the end of the year, so he's kind of a question mark. But the growth in Bryce, I think he handled that situation perfectly, getting benched, coming back, proving himself. The one thing that I just question with Bryce Young is there's not a lot of historical 5'11" quarterbacks.
Of course not.
Besides, you look at Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, There's not anybody else who's been a successful Super Bowl champion. And again, they're bigger stature as well. Bryce is a little 5'11".
How about let alone from Alabama? Let's
Right.
go down that list.
I know.
Not many of them, other than Hurts, who
Right.
obviously is eliminated at this point.
Right. So, I mean, I think he has the right head on his shoulders. I just don't know if the NFL will catch up to him. I think, good year, but I don't know if this is his ceiling.
It's good to see him bounce back too. I mean, everyone was already ready to call him a bust and write him off. So just to see like his productivity this year, again, like to Zach's point, it's the worst division probably in the NFL. But you want to root for a guy like that. You do.
Yeah.
100%.
He's a good dude, too.
Positive attitude. The teammates love playing for him. Coaches love coaching him. I mean, he's an all-around good dude, solid dude. And honestly, I wish him the best. I hope that he's able to prevail. And next year, I hope he continues the momentum.
100%.
So we have this Bears-Packers game. Before I get to this insane game, I have to say one thing. I mean, I'm looking at Bills on my sheet here, and I want to see you guys. I'm sure you guys watched those locker room videos after the game, the Ben Johnson. What was up with Sean McDermott's? Yo, good win. Yeah, good win. Let's let's stay focused. Let's get to the next one.
Looks like
What was that about, dude?
I have before because
Can't
I know
wait.
where you're getting.
You already know where I'm going to go. Go ahead, Ryan.
He looks
knows.
like he's a guy that's one loss away from a job without a job.
Thank you.
can
Thank you.
debate about this all
Thank
day.
you. And you know what? I love it, Ryan. I love that you were invited on the show. Thank you again for coming on. Zach texted me yesterday. He was a little offensive, and it was almost like he was like poking fun at my football knowledge in a sense, or like my opinion. He LOL'd me when I said that Sean McDermott was going to lose his job. Okay, so what? He survived another week. Sean McDermott will lose his job if not this week or the following week. That guy has to make it to the AFC Championship or at least a Super Bowl to keep his job. And I don't even know if it's so safe with the AFC Championship. You're laughing, and the reason he goes, oh, there's no one else out there. Sir, any coach is replaceable. Nick Sirianni is replaceable. Eagles are calling for him. The only guy in the NFL that I would say is not replaceable at this current time is a guy that team didn't even make the postseason. He goes by the name of Andy Reid. That's the only guy that's not replaceable.
And Dan
any one of these coaches, sir, are replaceable. There's no reason to let go of Dan Campbell, but I'm just saying a Nick Sirianni who just got eliminated. I give Matt LaFleur, who just got eliminated.
Oh, they're signing to an extension. There was a press conference.
No, they did talk, but they're working out. But I'm just saying, but no one is safe. My point is only one guy is, and that's Andy Reid. So the fact that you think that they can continue, as I said, week after week, to run this Sean McDermott, Josh Allen experiment, it's crazy to me that you think that this guy can keep getting away with that. They're not going to just do it because you make the postseason every year. Just saying.
We will see.
All right.
We all have opinions.
But it's not a crazy take, though, is what I'm saying. You make it seem like it's just blasphemous that I think Sean McDermott.
To me,
what's his resume? His resume?
Listen, to me, they had a very tough game against Jacksonville. They had all the pressure on them. He went there. He won the game. Doesn't matter by how many points. Doesn't matter how they looked. They won the game. And listen, they got a very tough game in Denver this week. They got a very tough game. And I will tell you, if they lose to the Denver Broncos, he will be safe. That's my opinion. He will not lose his job. That team has a lot of stuff that they have to work out. They got to get a real receiver in there. I mean, Khalil Shakir catching 11 balls is absolutely insane to me. He's a number 2 receiver on any other team at best. Yep. He's not a number 1. That team has got to work on their roster. Without Josh Allen, that team's a 6-win team.
We've said that. And let's recap the game. I mean, you look at Josh Allen. 2 rushing TDs, one passing touchdown, combined for over 300 total yards. 80% completion rate on Sunday.
Incredible.
Dude, he played out of his mind. He knew what the agenda was, and he came out, he outplayed Trevor Lawrence.
Let me explain something. Anytime Josh Allen wants to score, anytime Josh Allen wants to do something, Josh Allen will do it. Josh Allen needs a first down, Josh Allen will do it. Josh Allen wants a touchdown, he will do it himself. He doesn't rely on anyone else. And that's why I'm telling you, he's the number 1 quarterback in the NFL this year. He is the number 1 quarterback. There's not a better quarterback than him in the NFL. He's number 1.
We will be revisiting that conversation later on and not challenge you. I got a fun segment game for both.
Fair enough.
So I'm glad that we're talking about that.
I think the Bills, I think they are the team to beat. And the reason is, like Zach just said, Josh Allen. I do not trust. There's a young, up-and-coming quarterbacks that are in the playoffs right now. If you take out Aaron Rodgers, we talked about him. I also think, hot take, I think you will watch the last Aaron Rodgers football game in the NFL tonight.
Boom.
Agreed.
think
Just dropped a bomb.
Texans win. Aaron Rodgers retires, but you have a lot of young, up-and-coming quarterbacks in the AFC right now. I think if the Bills don't win it this year, I don't know if Josh Allen's going to get another chance that is as good as the one right now.
It's wide open right now.
Wide open.
No Lamar Jackson.
No Mahomes.
No Patrick Mahomes. And then
and all these quarterbacks are going to get older.
we're missing one more in the AFC. No Joe Burrow.
No Joe Burrow.
No Joe Burrow. No Trevor Lawrence, who played incredible. 13
Well, at
season.
this point, yes.
Yeah.
But it's wide open right now.
100%.
There's no excuses for Josh Allen.
So you
No
look
excuses.
at it again. We talk about the Lions and their window. This could be the only chance that the Bills get with Josh Allen. So I think it's theirs to lose. I really do think that if they are able to put up points, their defense played exceptionally well against a hot Jaguars offense. They did let up points, but I think the Bills are the team to beat.
Yeah. I mean, listen. They're favorites in Denver. What does that tell you? I mean, that tells you that, Vegas is very high on Buffalo. I just don't think they get it done. I think, obviously, Denver's offense is very shaky, but their defense is not something to be played with. I think Sean Payton's going to develop a really good game plan to be able to run a lot of fun, tricky plays against Buffalo, and I think Denver comes up on top maybe by 7 to 10 points in that game.
Sounds like you boys are in agreement that the Bills come out of the AFC. I would ask you.
No,
Not me.
ZG's on the
ZG's
on the Denver
I
train.
think Denver gets it done by 7 to 10 points.
That helps his bet, but deep down inside, I really think he thinks the Bills.
I do not.
But anyways, I want to ask you guys, how would you guys grade Liam Cohen's first year as head coach with the Jaguars?
I think it was incredible.
I think if you take a team and it doesn't matter what league it's in, from 13 losses to 13 wins,
That's incredible.
It's incredible. And with the roster, you don't even have Travis Hunter at the end of the year.
Yep.
Your number 2 pick, he's
Non-factor.
They look better without him. I think what he was able to do with Trevor Lawrence, I think Trevor Lawrence put himself back on the map. There was a lot of those things where it was, are Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence busts? I don't think Trevor Lawrence is a bust at all. I think he really proved himself this year.
Yeah.
And I think Liam Cohen has him moving in the right direction.
I mean, I got another thing on Liam Cohen. Just look at how bad Baker was. I mean, not how bad he was, but how bad he was towards the second half of the season. I mean, he was really missing his OC.
100%.
And that really does change things. Look at the Detroit Lions. Obviously lost Ben Johnson. Look at what the Bears have done, which we're going to get right into next. But
We are. But
Great.
since we were already talking about quarterbacks and who we think the best quarterback in the postseason is, might as well go ahead and kick off this segment right now. This segment is called King of the Hill Postseason Playoff Quarterback Edition. I'm going to ask you boys, I kind of need you guys to be in agreement on which quarterback you choose. Not like we choose, like you guys need to be in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go through the quarterbacks, starting with Sam Darnold versus Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, okay. Brock Purdy versus Bo Nix.
Oof. Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Bo, I do not, and this is another thing, I do not trust Bo Nix as far as I could throw him.
Okay.
Oh,
All
sometimes
right.
you don't have to when you have that defense and you can run some plays to make
Brother,
it
they
work.
had, hold on, before you go, they had to clinch the number 1 seed in week 18. Their offense was non-existence against a Chargers team that did not play a single starter.
Yeah, I get it.
Brock Purdy versus Caleb Williams.
Oof.
I'm taking Caleb Williams, bro. Boy's such a gamer, dude.
We got to be in agreement. What are we doing?
Now?
I'm taking Caleb Williams, dude.
Okay, all right.
All right,
Williams.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, Drake May.
Caleb Williams.
No, come on, Drake May. Just because your recency bias. Yes, Caleb Williams played out of his mind, but Drake, are you talking about
Let's go
playoffs
Drake
or
May.
this year?
Whatever. We'll go Drake.
Zach Smackz show, baby.
I'm talking. I like him
Zach
overall.
Smackz show.
But
Drake May, Aaron Rodgers.
Drake May.
Drake May, dude. Come on.
Drake May, CJ Stroud.
Drake May. Yeah, I'm a Buckeye.
Whatever. I'm not saying it.
Drake. Okay.
CJ.
I disagree. Sorry.
Dude.
All right, then let's take C. I'm
I'm
Buckeye.
taking CJ Stroud.
All right, we take
All right.
CJ Stroud.
CJ. This is gonna be so funny, Ethan. CJ Stroud, Matthew Stafford,
Stafford.
and then last but not least, Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen.
Holy crap. Oh, my God.
They'll figure that out in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean,
We got to pick one, baby.
Stafford, last year's Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
Get it done.
He's got
Go
one.
out with
He's
the
got one
sunset,
over
baby.
him.
Matthew
It's the first ballot Hall of
Stafford,
Fame.
King of the Hill, baby. Zach Smackz edition.
Let's do it. That's
was
that's
fun.
a tough one.
That was
Listen,
fun.
I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, I guess people may think I'm dumb for like actually thinking about Drake May Stroud, like and just being so definitive my answer. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's close. I just think CJ Stroud's playing really good football right now.
He's playing great football, and I think one of the things that people don't realize is that big debate right now is the quarterback elite or are they in a good system? I think that's one of the huge debates out there right now.
With many guys.
Cam Newton is game changer or game
Manager.
manager.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to have a great system or at least a good system to be an elite quarterback. I don't care how good of a quarterback you are. If you don't have some type of system in place, every single elite quarterback is in a great system. So they are all systematic quarterbacks.
Agreed.
And then their play just takes them to the next level. So,
Agreed. Look at Brock Purdy.
100%.
That offense is built around him. You could say the same thing about Tua before he regressed. That offense was built around him. Drake May. Same thing. The only difference I would say, and I think the reason why Cam Newton says some of the things that he says is because if you look at some of the guys in the league, you look at a Josh Allen, look at a Patrick Mahomes, I just look at a Joe Burrow, you look at a Lamar Jackson. These guys can extend and make plays. Yes, they are a product of their environment, but at the end of the day, they're still able to extend plays, make plays, and they can scramble. They're durable quarterbacks. I guess I wouldn't throw Joe Burrow in the durable quarterback, but I'm just saying that I understand why there is the game changer versus game manager. I think that Brock Purdy, is he capable of extending plays? Sure. But I think he's more of a game manager, and I can understand that. I would definitely say a guy like Jared Goff, for example, he comes to mind as a game manager to me over a game changer.
Yeah,
I don't think
he's a game.
I don't think
game
Jared
manager.
Goff is changing your offense. No. You throw out a Mac Jones. I'm just like scrambling names that come to mind when I think of game manager versus game changer. There's only a hand selective amount of people that are game changers.
Yeah.
So
Agreed with that.
We know that.
Yeah.
But let's kick off. Let's go to this Packers and Bears game. Final score: Bears 31. Packers 27. Dudes, what caused the Packers to collapse after being up at halftime 21-3? Had you put $1,000 on the Chicago Bears at halftime, how much would you have won, Ryan?
You'd be up $20K right now.
Yeah.
$20,000. Zach.
Yeah. Listen, that game, they got outcoached in the second half. That's what it comes down to. Ben Johnson went in there with the game plan, showed him the 28-3 Atlanta Falcons-Patriots game, and they came out there. They forgot about the score. They stopped them 3 times in a row on fourth down, and they won that game, man, and they deserved to win that game. The Packers completely got outcoached. Caleb Williams is a certified dog. I mean, the guy can play football, bro. Regardless of what people say, the guy can play football. Is he living up to the expectations of the number 1 pick? This guy's, the next big thing. Who knows? Maybe not there yet, but that guy can win football games. He's very close, and I think that he will be there. I think he's 23, 24 years old. Yep. I think that he'll be there. And Ben Johnson, dude, they should build a statue outside the stadium of him. That team is scary. They're going to lose to the Rams this week, but
he's a gamer, dude.
They had a great year.
I mean, Caleb Williams. He doesn't make all the easy throws. That's something to be in a young quarterback. But if you need a play, he is going to make a play. That fourth
down play.
That 4th and 10
Insane.
Game on the line.
Insane.
I mean, just both feet in the air. I think the biggest shift in that game was you watch the Bears defense in that second half. I mean, they were bringing the house every single play. And like you said, coaching. Packers made no adjustments. It looked like that was nothing that they had even in their game plan.
Nope.
They just blitzed them, and Jordan Love. I mean, there's
laughing on the sidelines.
Nothing you could do.
Just laughing on the sidelines.
Like
he was.
Reminds me of someone else I know.
Yeah.
So I
he
think
was laughing on the sidelines when it was 21-3.
if you don't adjust on the fly, you have to. It's NFL playoff football. Like you said, Ben Johnson. Pay the man whatever he wants.
And it's crazy because you look at it, Detroit let him go. Obviously he went for a better opportunity. He's going to make more money. But I'm just saying the fact that Detroit's not in the postseason, it shows you how much that's hurt them not having Ben Johnson, OC guru there. But listen, at the end of the day, I want to give Caleb Williams his flowers.
100%.
Dude, the guy is a dog. The guy is capable of extending plays. He's a durable quarterback with heart. Sometimes he does too much. I do feel like he gets a little careless with the ball, and that comes with being like a second-year sophomore, right? He's just throwing the ball, he's throwing interceptions. But at the end of the day, the guy has potential to be a top 5 quarterback in this league. And I would say, if not next year, maybe the following. The guy is playing like a dog. He is a dog.
100%.
The guy plays with heart. Honestly, and it's funny because I remember he was so polarizing looking at him coming into the league last year. I was like, who's this guy? Who does he think he is? I was like, he doesn't seem like he has much success. They only had, 5 wins last year? I believe it was only 5 wins that the Bears had last year, if you guys want to look that up. But the fact that you can turn around and have 13-win season this year, I mean, it's incredible the way that Caleb Williams is playing.
Yeah. no doubt. I mean, Caleb Williams is incredible. I think that whole team has just really got it going. They've made some really good picks in the draft. Luther Burden is a stud. I mean, he can catch the ball deep for that big play. DJ Moore's been coming into his own last couple weeks, and obviously Roma Dunze hasn't even been playing. He played last week. Wasn't too much of a factor. And look at Colson Loveland. Everyone talking about he's a bust. Look at Tyler Warren. Yeah, those roles have flipped completely. If anything, he's the better guy than Tyler Warren. So Colson Loveland, I mean, dude, 10 catches, 130 yards. I mean, the guy's incredible, and he's been doing that the last, 6 weeks in a row. So I think this Bears team is scary. I think the biggest problem with them is their defense. Obviously, we saw that in the first half, gave up 3 touchdowns in a row, and I think this Rams offense can really, really expose them come Saturday or Sunday whenever they pick this game to be played. But we'll see, dude. If it's the end for the Bears, they had a really good run, and like you said, Kahari, they'll be back for sure.
Oh, yeah. They're there to stay, too.
They will be.
They're there to stay.
So let's go into this 49ers-Eagles game. Crazy game as well. I mean, listen, a lot of people had the Eagles. This line kept creeping up. I mean, it was 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6. I think it closed around 5.5 points, and didn't matter what the points were. Didn't matter. 49ers won this game outright. Eagles did not look good. Obviously, you got A.J. Brown and Nick Sirianni fighting on the sidelines. I mean, it's just incredible how that guy is such a cancer to that locker room. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's sad, really.
A.J. Brown and somewhat reminds me of almost like a Stephon Diggs,
Dude.
where you become unhappy on a really good team. And I would say, I'm not going to compare Jalen Hurts to Josh Allen, but you have a solid quarterback at that. But A.J. Brown literally begged, give me the ball, feed me the ball, feed me the ball. I can count. I remember 4 crucial plays where he dropped the ball, and it was not on Jalen Hurts. And the guy said, feed me the ball, feed me the ball. You can book it. A.J. Brown will not be a Philadelphia Eagle next year. Book that.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely don't think he will be. Yes. Sorry, boys, to cut you off. Capo Caco, smack of the day, just cashed plus 120. Gave that out to the select few that purchased that play. If you guys are not getting the smack of the day, I don't know what you're doing. I'm giving plus EV plays for $24.99. Click this link right here and sub. Let's get back into where we're going. Ryan, you're on the Niners, right?
I was on the Niners.
Go ahead.
You look at the Eagles, and people keep saying, well, they didn't look good offensively. The Eagles, this is who they have been all year.
It's true.
They have been a struggling offense.
Close call games.
Saquon has had a down year in his expectations. The passing offense hasn't been there. I mean, you have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. It's been a complete nightmare to say as far as the weapons that you have. I mean, their most reliable option all year has been their tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
He was the most reliable yesterday as well.
Yep.
So do I think, one of the things is winning always hides some of these things that have been going on for a long time. And yeah, this offense has been, staying afloat, I would say. But yesterday proved that something in Philly needs to change. And if that's getting A.J. Brown out or doing something, I think that's what's done. But you got to give it to the 49ers, man. The way how banged up they are. George Kittle going down yesterday, the glue of the team. Christian McCaffrey, second half. Juwan Jennings. I think they have 1 week left in their season, but I think they have overperformed in their expectations due to, what they have on the field right now.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who do you blame when it comes to the Eagles? Are you blaming Kevin Patula, their offensive coordinator, or are you blaming Nick Sirianni?
It's a collective, dude.
They have so much issues, and it's crazy because you don't typically see a team, obviously, you don't see a team have such a, I don't want to call it a downfall, but they have so much drama, and it's like toxic drama, like coming off of a Super Bowl championship. And that stemmed from the beginning of the season. They had issues throughout the whole season. So I'm not quite sure. The future.
I just don't know if Jalen Hurts is as good as we think.
I mean, he's their franchise. He's him. He's their franchise quarterback.
Comes down to a lot more than that.
As a quarterback,
agreed.
He doesn't make enough throws for me where the weapons that you have, I mean, you have an offense that nobody can get doubled. You have the best top 3 running back in the NFL, a dominant tight end, 2 dominant receivers, and you haven't thrown for over 175 yards in 6 weeks.
You have a good point.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You have a good point. Would you say losing Darius Slay and a few other cast members last year, are you going to say that his defense pretty much carried him to that Super Bowl last year?
You can't say that because the offense just had an explosion in the Super Bowl. So
Plus, Darius Slay doesn't even play.
Right. He was at the game yesterday, and he's on the Bills.
I saw that. Yeah. That was
But I mean, it goes hand in hand. I just think, offensively, there's something off. There's something in the locker room. There's something that's going on that I don't think we know as fans, and I think it shows. And it's been a progression year over year.
And Nick Sirianni's trying to hide that by saying, like, oh, that's just our relationship. I got a lot of love for AJ. Like he's saying the press stuff, the political stuff that we want to hear. But at the end of the day, there's something toxic that's going on. Just doesn't make sense that you're going to be yelling. It's not like the Andy Reid and Travis Kelce. No, this is like something a little bit more toxic that we don't see, like you said, Ryan. So I agree.
So if it's not Jalen Hurts, then who do you want there? Or who do you think would be good there? That's the question, right?
Why are we even having this conversation? Jalen Hurts is
He's going to be there.
I'm saying if he's not there,
not going anywhere.
I could care less who they get. But I just think as an Eagles fan, I think you have to start looking at, could Jalen Hurts be the problem?
Well, that's the thing. If he is the problem, what do they do about it?
Right.
That's a lot of these teams, bro. Look at the Carolina Panthers. I mean, obviously before that game with Bryce Young, before that game that we were just talking about, I think they lost, 5 games in a row?
Yep.
So, you could say the same thing, and then they lost in the playoffs. Well, he's our guy. We're stuck with him.
Yeah.
So that's just my point, is that in the NFL, you have 5 or 6 elite, and then everyone else is good.
Yep.
And then you have
And
below
then the bottom
average,
bl-
and then trash.
Yeah.
So that's just what happens in the NFL.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah. Hey, let's touch
Glee.
Hey, let's show the 49ers some love really quick. I want to show them some love. Obviously, we talked about Brock Purdy a little bit earlier, but the simple fact that this team, they've been without Nick Bosa, they've been without Fred Warner for the whole year. Look at now, you lost George Kittle, which they're saying possibly won't even ever touch the field, possibly.
Yeah.
The Niners are still getting it done. It shows that Kyle Shanahan, he's one of them. He's a good coach. I mean, we know that he's a good coach, but he's a great coach. The fact that this team is still able to prevail with all those injuries, which has been literally their identity all year has been injuries, and they're still winning games. Honestly, like I'm impressed with what I see by the 49ers, but Zach's he's gonna crap on my take right now because I know he has the Seahawks beating the 49ers.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be very tough to go into Seattle, dude. That team is fired up. That team's had 2 weeks of preparation. That defense is just incredible. And obviously losing one of your best targets there in George Kittle, a guy that gets, 5 to 6 receptions a game and can go for 100 yards. It's going to be very, very tough to win that game on the road.
And then what Jawan Jennings, he's throwing touchdowns now.
Yeah, that was incredible.
He threw 2. He has 2 touchdowns in the postseason compared to Justin Herbert's 2 touchdowns.
You want to know what I read? I'm sure you saw it too. You know, he was a 5-star quarterback recruit.
Yeah.
Coming out of high school.
Really?
Just saw that yesterday.
That is really crazy.
And he completed a pass. His completion yesterday was longer than any pass Jalen Hurts had yesterday, but he's not a problem.
Who we going with? We're going with Kenny Pickett to lead that team.
2-glove Kenny.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So I think that what do we finish on the Eagles game?
Yeah, we got Chargers Pats.
Yeah, this Chargers game was disgusting. The score is wrong on our sheet too, which is hilarious. I wish it was that way around because I would have won a lot more money.
Well, yeah, I'm dyslexic. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that was a crazy game, dude. I really don't know why I said it was crazy. It wasn't crazy. It was a boring game.
That was the worst game of the whole slate that we had.
It wasn't a crazy game at all.
Fest.
Yeah, it was an awful game. Justin Herbert, the guy had no time to throw, but also you can't just say that about him. No, you can't just say that about him. He wasn't good.
Thank you.
He held on to the ball too long. He wasn't good at all in that game.
You had wide receivers that were wide open down the field. This guy, he would rather get sacked than actually extend the ball down the field.
Or hope for a flag.
Dude.
Anything.
Honestly, I'm going to say it, and it has nothing to do with my Tua Dolphin hurt. Justin Herbert is overrated. He is a good regular season quarterback, or solid, I should say. Yeah. He's a solid regular season quarterback. The guy does not show up in the postseason. You look at his history, 2022, lost to the Jaguars. 2024, lost to the Texans. 2025, lost last night to the Patriots. Yep. The guy he's not good in the postseason. He's 6 years into the league. Again, we can have that same conversation that you talked about, Jalen Hurts. Is Justin Herbert their franchise quarterback? We obviously know the answer. He is, unless you're going to draft someone else. But the guy cannot do anything in the postseason. I'm not impressed with what I see by Justin Herbert. Sure, he has a nice hair. Sure, he has a nice arm. Sure, he has a nice stature, the physique, everything. But he's not him when it comes to postseason. He disappears like Casper. He does.
Wasn't good. Wasn't good at all. Jim Harbaugh, That was atrocious play calling. I'm not by him, obviously, but just in general, that was a really, really poor design game. For the fact that they get to the playoffs and they don't even score a touchdown, I mean, it's embarrassing.
2 touchdowns in Justin Herbert's playoff career. Only 2 touchdowns. Look it up.
Awful.
2.
Amari and Hampton, I think, had one carry for -1 yards.
Get the bets in.
Yeah, that was a losing slip for sure. That was a losing slip before the ball took off.
One thing that the Chargers players said in the locker room yesterday was they just had no idea what the heck the Patriots defense was doing. They were confused from the first minute of the game all the way for 60 minutes, and it showed the entire game. I mean, they just looked like they were outmatched, outclassed. Justin Herbert, like you said, overrated. Guy's a good quarterback. Don't ever see him being anything but a Charles Barkley. Good quarterback, good player. Never really gets,
I don't see him ever really winning.
Never.
I don't. I really don't. And you got to think about it. The guy has had 3 coaches since his time with the Chargers. He's had Brandon Staley.
Yep.
He's his current quarterback. He has Jim Harbaugh. And then I can't even remember who was his first not quarterback, but his first coach. I can't even think of it. But the guy has had 3 coaches that he's had. So
Anthony Lynn.
Was it Anthony Lynn? You sure?
I think so.
It's just like I feel like we always have excuses. We're always moving the goalpost for Justin Herbert. Oh, he doesn't have enough wide receivers. We had old Keenan Allen. We brought him back. Oh, his interior line. Oh, he lost Rashawn Slater. It's always excuses for Justin Herbert. Why isn't that Justin Herbert just is not good enough like a Josh Allen to make plays happen, to make things happen for his team?
Yep.
Despite the circumstances, we just make excuses for Justin Herbert. Yeah. Oh, it's the coaching. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. No, the guy's not good in the postseason. He should be with Skylar Thompson working at Lowe's. He should.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't.
Soon come. Give me 2 more years. I'm sending his butt to Lowe's.
Hey, if you could keep winning 12 games in the NFL every year, anyone will keep you around. But at the end of the day,
as a Browns fan, I take that every single time.
Of course.
This is going to postseason? You like the carrot dangling just enough to get there?
I'd like to watch us play in a playoff game too, man. That'd make me so excited. If
we do that. You mean win a playoff game?
Win.
We've played in playoff.
We have, but we haven't played in them this year. We didn't.
Guess how many playoff wins Justin Herbert has?
0.
Okay, thank you.
I get it.
Anyways,
we got 0 too.
Right, so I'm just
25 years since the day I was born.
I'm just saying that we really didn't miss out on that pick. We really didn't.
Listen. At the end of the day, you don't know. At the end of the day, though, you don't know if he would have been better in our system. I'm not saying that I would have definitely taken him over Tua. I would have definitely taken him over a quarterback that's not going to be on our team next year. So that's for damn sure.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
You like mediocrity. I understand. Anyway,
any person in the right mind would take Justin Herbert over Tua. It wouldn't be close. They wouldn't have paid a quarterback $53 million a year to sit out the last 3 games and not be on the roster last year and got 2 head coaches fired. So they definitely would have taken Justin Herbert over Tua if they could have redone it.
Justin Herbert did the same thing. He got 2 coaches fired.
I wouldn't say he did. I wouldn't say he did.
He did because he did because we made excuses as to why he wasn't successful.
I wouldn't say he got them fired.
He did.
Brandon Staley
did.
Terrible.
So who's to say that Tua got 2 coaches fired? What do you mean?
We didn't live up to the potential, bro.
Okay, so and Justin Herbert hasn't either in the postseason.
They got the 3 playoff games. We got to 2. We got absolutely blown out.
How many has he won?
He's won 0.
How many has Tua played in?
He's played in 2. He's played in 1 because he wasn't healthy enough to play in the other one.
The first one he wasn't. Skylar Thompson led us the first year. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a toss up. Whatever. You like mediocrity, I like mediocrity too. We spoke on Jim Harbaugh earlier.
Ask.
Let's go to John Harbaugh. The finest thing on the market right now when it comes to head coach positions. I want to tell you guys something.
Is he though?
I mean, he is. Based on everyone wants John Harbaugh on their team, besides you. And listen, he has an interview scheduled with you guys, just so you know.
So does every single every single head coach vacancy, every option the Browns are going to look at.
He's got eight interviews, just like everyone else has had 8 interviews. Listen, I don't think he's going to be a great head coach. I don't want him for the Miami Dolphins. Like I said, he was a special teams coach. The way he came up, he's a leader of men, sure. I think there's a lot better coaches out there that you can get. A guy that's maybe a little bit more not on the back 9 of his career. I don't want to see the Dolphins get him. If we get him, I'd be rooting for him. Obviously, I think that he could be very good. I just would rather see the Dolphins go in a different direction than get him.
But again, like we said, like you and I have had this conversation. I had this conversation with you. In today's age, on your head coach resume, all you need is 1 Super Bowl,
sure.
and you're deemed as a top candidate. I mean, you look at the Sean Paytons, you look at the Mike McCarthys, you look at the John Harbaugh, for example. Yep. And I would say the only guy that's different from them, because he has 2, is going to be a guy like Mike Tomlin, right? Who's had a long tenure with the Steelers. Obviously, he's not on the market right now, but I'm saying that all you need is one Super Bowl under your belt. Because if you look at Mike McCarthy's resume compared to John Harbaugh, they both have 18 total seasons with a team. And then you look at the win percentages are very similar. Playoff appearances, both have 12 and then one Super Bowl. That's all they have under their belt. The Mike McCarthy and John Harbaugh are the same to me, in my opinion. I think that it's a coin flip between those two as far as their resume goes.
I would say it's not a coin flip just because Mike McCarthy went to a second team and did not have success. Where
true.
John Harbaugh was with one team, had success, and I wouldn't even really say he didn't have success.
But you don't know what he's like, though, yet. You don't know what he's going to be
Sure,
like.
no, you don't. But, I mean, you know what Mike McCarthy was like on Dallas. They were terrible.
Sure.
That didn't last long.
Sure.
So I would say that John Harbaugh definitely has the upper hand.
You said they were terrible. They didn't live up to the expectation. The expectation was what? Super Bowl? Because they made it to the postseason.
Yeah, but they
made
spent
it to
a
the
bunch of money
postseason
on trying to win a Super Bowl.
They made it to the postseason with Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Just so you know, 2023. When Dak was the MVP candidate that year under Mike McCarthy.
They lost in round one. They lost to
the 49ers. Yep. 49ers blew them out.
I remember. I was watching it.
I'm sorry. The Packers blew.
Yes, it was the Packers. It was
Jordan
the Packers.
Love.
Yes.
Jordan Love
They got
blew
blown
them
out at home.
Yes, they did. And what an embarrassment that was.
They scored 40 on them or something.
Yeah.
I remember that game.
Yeah. While we're talking about it, though, by the way, while we're talking about head coaches, I have one more segment I want to do with you fellas. I want you guys out. There's 8 head coach vacancy options right now. I want you guys to rank the most desirable 1 through 8. So we're going to start with, I'm going to say a team. You're going to try to rank them 1 through 8, right? As far as what is the most desirable destination. You got to look at, obviously, who the GM is and who the starting quarterback is, if they have one. You ready? 1 through 8. Cardinals, 1 through 8. What would you rank that as desirable for a head coach?
So just not going in any order, just you're just spitting it out. And we're
right, and I'm going to fill them in.
Cardinals?
Yeah, where would you rank Cardinals, 1 through 8?
7.
Yeah,
7?
bottom.
All right, Cardinals. Okay.
I to make this very easy, the question you asked about best overall roster, best quarterback, best front office, Ravens is hand down number 1, so you could just put that there
absolutely.
because
Agreed with
that
that.
is the most.
He's taking my thunder from the Ravens. I'm going to continue,
I agree
though.
with that.
So he said the Ravens.
That's
All right.
the easy one. We got to get. That's the easy one. Get that
All right,
one out.
so we already did the Ravens. Giants.
Giants is
I'd
probably
put them
number
2.
3.
Or 2 or 3.
We'll go 2. We'll go 2.
I was going to be a debate, but it could be. They're very
Promising.
Oh yeah.
A good defense. Let's go 2.
Falcons.
Falcons can come up. I'd say that they're middle of the pack. 4.
4.
That's fair.
Falcons, okay. Tennessee Titans.
8.
100%. That's a shit show.
That team is like 8 years away from doing anything.
Raiders.
They're bottom 2, but they have a good market and they could be promising. Let's go 5. Let's go 6. 6.
Yeah.
Browns. Shador Sanders.
Go ahead, Ryan. Take it away.
What do we have right now?
5 and 3 available.
5 and 3. There will be 5.
Okay.
Because
No, 3 and 6 was available. You guys put the Raiders at 5.
We changed it to 6.
we changed it to 6.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I put the Browns at 5.
Okay.
Just
Okay. So that leaves the Miami Dolphins at number 3.
Yes. I think I like that, and I'm going to say it as from because you guys are Dolphins fans. I think right now the Browns, yes, their defense is very desirable, but that offense is a complete nightmare. You don't have a number 1 wide receiver. You have a very young team. I think the Browns are a little bit more far away, probably 2 or 3 years down the line. I think if you bring somebody with the right mindset in Miami, I mean, you guys went on a meaningless run, I call it, towards the end of the year.
You want to call it that? Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, you built momentum, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
kind of knocked you out of draft stock. But I kind of like the Dolphins at 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if we could sign Malik Willis, yeah, I like us at 3 a lot too.
And the reason why, I think the only reason why you guys would put the Giants above the Miami Dolphins, because obviously they know who their starting quarterback and their future quarterback is with Jackson Dart.
Yep.
They have a real
Obviously.
number 1 receiver.
Right, exactly. And then you obviously have Malik Neighbors
Coming back.
coming back. And obviously Cam Scatterboo. You didn't know what you had with him. And
And their defense is lights out.
Their defense is very good. Brian Burns is absolutely incredible.
Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter. You have
Javon Holland.
three monsters.
Uh,
Javon Holland's on that team.
So I can understand why you'd put the Giants above the Dolphins, and obviously followed by the Falcons. It seems like John Harbaugh has a lot of interest in going to Atlanta. I would say the reason why a team like the Miami Dolphins should be a top team is just obviously the no income tax, or estate tax, I should say.
Right.
Because you are saving money by coming to us. But also, too, I think that with our new GM, John Eric Sullivan, who we just picked up, by the way, who we just signed after firing Chris Greer, The guy, 23 years with the Packers, responsible for all their scouting, and that is a first-class organization. So to pick up a guy like him, I really want to pick his brain and see what he's able to bring to the table that Chris Grier didn't. Hopefully, it's a playoff win for sure.
Yeah, I think he's going to bring a lot of good to this team, dude. I think he's going to be here for years to stay, and I think this is where the Miami Dolphins starts turning the page right now. I think we needed Chris Grier gone. I think, unfortunately, McDaniel had to be in that, and I think the Miami Dolphins, I think the tides are turning. I'd say in the next 3 years, we're going to be a very, very good team. We're going to be contending for the Super Bowl.
Okay, like it. Hopefully so.
No, I'm biased saying that, but I really feel it, man. I really do. I really do.
I agree. I
promise you, I feel it.
I hope.
Give us a couple years, dude. Get us a real coach in here, a real leader of men, someone that's gonna, light a fire under their ass. And I think that this team is gonna really, really contend.
And a real quarterback.
Yeah, a real quarterback for sure. Absolutely. Listen, let's stick it out with Quinn for another year, or we get Malik Willis on a little 1-year Justin Fields deal.
A little prove it deal.
Let's do it, man. Malik Willis.
You know what? I was gonna touch more on this coaching carousel that we're talking about. But you know what? With the time that we have left, let's jump into the College National Football Championship since we have a real college guru with Ryan, the Ohio State Buckeye. Ryan, how are we feeling about this Indiana versus Miami game?
Well, to start, it is the battle of the two teams that beat my Buckeyes this year. Obviously, Indiana in the Big Ten Championship and then Miami in the College Football Playoff. It is a matchup of two super old, super disciplined football teams. You look at Indiana versus Miami. What have they done the entire playoffs? They've dominated up front. Their trenches on both sides, O-line, D-line. You have two very old transfer portal built teams. You have, two very old quarterbacks, Carson Beck versus Fernando Mendoza, two guys that have been there, seen it. I think we are in for a shootout.
And that was my question.
7.5 points is too much?
I don't know if it's too much because I think that you could see Indiana start to pull away. People, they're two very good defenses, but this is a very long season for college football. Both teams are starting to get deteriorated on defense, especially. I think it's going to be a back-and-forth game at the beginning. I think you're going to start seeing the trenches start leaning on each other. But, again, it's going to be whoever wins up front. O-line, D-line is going to decide this game. Both teams have dominated everybody they played against, O-line, D-line. I'm very excited to see this Miami defensive line versus this Indiana O-line.
Something just came to my mind. Carson Beck's going to shit the bed. I'm calling it now. I don't think he's going to play a good game. I don't know why I feel it in my bones.
I agree with that.
Carson Beck, the lights are going to be too bright.
Yep.
And I want you to clip this, Ethan, if I'm right or wrong. Make me famous. Literally, Carson Beck, he's not going to live up to the hype. Indiana will win this game. Freddie Mendoza is going to make the Canes wish they would have given him a scholarship.
I have to disagree.
Okay.
They've been saying the brights have been too light. The lights have been too bright. My goodness.
The lights.
The brights, brights. The lights have been too bright for Carson Beck this entire playoff. They said it against Ohio State. He's been using the one thing Carson Beck has been using, and I don't know who got this into his head. He has been using his legs this entire playoff. He has been not forcing the ball down the field. He's been taking what they've given him. They got baby Jesus and Malachi Toney out there that if you need a play, you give him the ball. Mark Fletcher has been running all over everybody. I don't think Carson Beck loses them this football game, but I don't think they just have enough to beat this Indiana football team. What they've done, beating Alabama 38-3, then putting up 50-plus points on Oregon in a Big Ten rematch. I mean, they are just whatever. Kirk Cinetti said it 2 years ago, and people thought he was batshit crazy, and he wins. He wins. It doesn't matter if it's James Madison or Indiana. He has taken the laughing stock of the Big Ten in Indiana, and he might have them go undefeated.
It's just crazy to see all these fans come out of the woodworks.
They're the fake.
I've never seen something. It reminds me of Bruno and Al finally rooting for the Patriots. Like, didn't hear from those guys all last year, and all of a sudden, now the Pats are back. The Pats are back. I can tell you more about your team than you can tell me about your team, buddy. But anyways, it's just sad, though. It's just so sad. The U is back. The U is back. The U is back. dude, it's a joke. I would want nothing more than to see these Canes lose because they're not deserving. The fans are not deserving of a championship, and they share the same home as my beloved Miami Dolphins, but the Canes do not deserve to win. And you heard it here first. You guys are going to eat it. You guys are going to eat it. You're going to regret not giving Fernando, Mendoza, they all sound the same. Cancel me.
F Mendoza.
F Mendoza. I don't care. Listen, at the end of the day, Hard Rock Stadium belongs to Miami Dolphins. The Canes, you ain't bringing nothing home. I'm sorry.
Agreed.
It's going to be a long, dreadful night at the Hard Rock Stadium. It's going to be a long road back to Coral Gables.
Yo, can you guys believe how much those ticket prices are?
Dude, you read my mind.
$4,000 to get into the game.
Just to get
insane,
in. Just to get
standing
in.
room only.
Standing room.
Yeah.
Standing room. But if you're Zach Smackz, hit him up on the side, DM, actually subscribe to his betting page, but he'll tell you how to get in.
Yes.
He has a special way.
I can tell you how to do that, and I can tell you how to get some beef rib sandwiches.
He's going to teach you how to make some money and save some at the same time.
All seriousness, appreciate Kahari, appreciate Ryan for being on the show tonight. Listen, if you guys are sports fans, there is not a better time to be watching sports than right now. Listen, we got the Super Bowl coming up. We got NFL playoffs. We got NHL season in full effect. NBA, I mean, you name it. Baseball starting next month. And then we have March Madness. If you guys want to start winning money and start smacking on picks consistently, not just winning money here, losing money here, consistent winning, profitable winning. Click this link right here. Start with me, join me, and let's start printing money, baby. This is what I'm doing full time. I want you guys to get in on this action, and we're going to keep shooting this podcast every single week. Hopefully in the next couple months, a year, we're going to have a lot more shows than this. Appreciate everyone for tuning in every time. Kahari, thank you for being here. Ryan, any last words you guys got to say?
Nope.
Kahari,
Appreciate you boys
anything?
for having me.
Honestly, you know what I got to say? Texans are winning it all. That's all I got to say.
Texans are winning. It's crazy. Score 0-0.
Drop the mic.
Pittsburgh's got the ball. 8 minutes left. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night.
Thanks for having us. I had to say something crazy.